I do think it's funny that like absolute utter Republican meltdown where they're like, you can take my gas stove or my cold dead hands, or how dare you talk about gas stoves? You have a gas stove. First of all, I rent, period. Second of all, though, it doesn't even matter because by that logic, these are the same people who would have said we should have never gotten rid of leaded gasoline. Just because someone may have driven a gasoline car. Science evolves and gives us new knowledge with time.
Joining me now, my friend Mike Slater of the great Politics by Faith podcast, one of my favorites. Mike, okay, the gas stove thing seemed to pop up out of nowhere. No one saw this coming. We're all just living our lives, and all of a sudden there's a gas stove ban floated out there, and we freak out, understandably so. Then they mock us for the freak out. Okay, what's the reality of this? Do they really want to ban gas stoves? What's wrong with these people?
Yes, and your point, there was no like grassroots mothers against gas stoves that was like percolating at the bottom. This is a complete top-down moral crusade against, well, human beings. Heaven forbid we cook food using fire, which is what they've always done. So as you noted, they threw this out there seemingly out of nowhere, and then they walked it back because there was enough outrage. But I am here reporting from the belly of the beast in San Diego, California, that they will ban gas stoves. They will not stop until they are successful in this effort. And I know that because they already did it in San Diego. Last August, 9-0, the City Council of San Diego, California, and other cities in California as well, voted to completely ban gas appliances from all new construction projects in the city of San Diego. That's already a done deal. They're not thinking about it, it's done. Now you're thinking, well, it's okay, Slater, you already have a gas stove. What's the big deal? Aha. They've also voted to remove all gas appliances from homes that currently have them by the year 2035. So that's California. You're in the rest of the country. It's coming. They're a little bit behind us, but it's coming. They're going to take away your gas stove. Why? And this ties in, Jesse, to something you said earlier. You said like billions of humans are going to die because they worship this religion. They have a new religion, these environmentalists. They're worshiping Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. This is a climate change religion. So just to drive that point home, Romans 1:25, everything's in the Bible. That's what my podcast is all about, Politics by Faith. Everything's in the Bible. Romans 1:25. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie. They worshiped and served created things, like the planet, rather than the creator, God. It's that simple. If you don't worship God, you will worship something else. We are designed to worship something. And environmentalism is their religion. And it has the same structure as Christianity, right? The whole environmentalist religion, you have the earth without humans is Eden, paradise, perfect. There was a fall from grace, the Industrial Revolution and pollution. There's a judgment coming on all of us. We're all energy sinners, doomed to die unless we seek salvation with sustainability. It's all the same format. This is why Ellen the other day said like Mother Nature's not happy with us, right? That's who they're worshiping. And just one last point on this, Jesse. Just to drive home how much they're following this Christian outline. In 2002, they had an Earth Summit. It was in South Africa. Big environmentalist conference, all the countries went. And they came up with the Earth Charter, which was their 10 commandments. And they put it in what they called the Ark of Hope, A-R-K, the Ark of Hope, which was an exact pagan replica of the Ark of the Covenant. And they put the Ark of Hope, or in it, they put the Earth Charter, they put some environmentalist books, and they put masks of animals for some weird reason. So they're even mimicking biblical artifacts as they worship this death cult that is environmentalism. So in the podcast, we talk a lot about this. We talk about how the Nazis were environmentalists. Hitler was a vegetarian because he didn't believe in animal suffering. The first thing the Nazis did in power was to end experiments on animals, but then they performed experiments on humans in concentration camps because the more secular a society becomes, the more these people equate plants and animals with human life. And it can even go to the point where the welfare of animals surpass the welfare of humans, and we see that with the environmentalists today. Mother Earth is of greater value than the human beings on it because they worship the created and not the creator.
Man, that is scary. You know what? In case you're wondering what he's talking about with Ellen, we have the video. Watch this.
Okay.
Nice to Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature is not happy with us. Let's all do our part. Stay safe, everybody.
Mother Nature isn't happy with us. Mike, here's my concern. Okay, you mentioned it's a religion. You're, of course, 100% correct in this. But these people are religious fanatics. My concern is how we deal with them. These people are no different, really, than Islamic jihadists or something like that. I realize they have different methods of murder, but they are just as committed. They are just as sure that they are correct and everyone else is wrong. So how are we, normal human beings, supposed to deal with religious fanatics like this?
Man, I know. That's the $1 million question. And they won't stop. They're on a moral crusade. It's the old C.S. Lewis line that it's better to be ruled by an evil dictator than it is omnipotent moral busybodies. Because at least the dictator, eventually their greed will be satiated, like eventually they'll stop. But the moral busybody will continue to go on because they think what they're doing, what they're inflicting upon you, is for your own good. So they will not stop. Like AOC will not stop because she thinks what she is doing is for your own good. And you have to bow down and not only worship Mother Earth, but worship her as well because she's doing this for your benefit too. Those people will never stop. They're the scariest. I have no solutions, Jesse. You must. I mean, listen, I'm the Christian, so I'm always going to say we need to get people to worship through Creator, and then you can realize like what it means to be a good steward of the planet, but also what the planet is here for, and also that God will never change, and God is in control of the weather. You don't have to worry about that. God has this. Pollution is no big deal. Like the Earth is stronger than human beings. So I think we need to be worshiping the Creator, and just as much rational thought as we can possibly add to the conversation is the best we can do. But for the extremist fanatics, they're long gone. There's no hope.
Mike Slater, Politics by Faith podcast. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
You're the man, Jesse. Thank you.